Hello everyone and welcome to another video with me, Umbraze, and I'm finally doing one of these. It's been a while since I've been, really done a food vlog. It's difficult when you're constantly doing Brave Exvius videos or thinking about, hey, what should I be doing other than Brave Exvius videos? Oh yeah, food videos! But sometimes it's just like I'm looking at stuff in the supermarket and I'm looking at stuff and I'm like, what would make a good video? You know, what is a food that I should be doing? What is a food I should not be doing? And there's a couple of that I've been definitely do want to do at some point near in the future. That's just more of the convenience lifestyle food here because, you know, taking my computer to restaurants and whatnot might not work so good. Maybe. But hey, maybe we'll do a Pizza Hut video one day. There isn't a Domino's close enough to me. But there is one type that I have not done in terms of desserts that I feel like is a bit of a disservice. So today for the JP food. I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Twister. But there's one point where all the guys get together and they're outside of this grandma's house and they just start shouting, food! Food! And it's just like, okay, well, there's one type of dessert here that I feel like we haven't talked about, but is probably one of the more famous in Western Hemisphere style of snacks that you can get here, and that's Pocky. And I was just back in Canada recently and the States, and the only type of Pocky I can find is, you know, some of the more boring stuff. I found like milk chocolate and I found white chocolate, and I think I found dark chocolate at one place in the States. But that is not the case here in Japan, so today, not just one, I actually have 3 types of Pocky to try. So, introduction. First of all, we have matcha, big flavor over here. Matcha is kind of like, the way to understand matcha over here is it's kind of like vanilla. That's not to say that vanilla isn't big. Vanilla is still big. How can vanilla not be big? But matcha is just one of those quintessential flavors over here. It's when something is green here, 99% of the time, it's matcha, and the other 1% of the time, it's apple. I'm not a big fan of apple. So that's our first one today. Our second one in the color of blue, and by the way, if you notice, we have a green, we have a blue, we have a red, 3 primary colors of light. That's right, I'm a science person. Anyway, next up, blue is Almond Crush. This is probably my favorite, just because I really like almonds. Like a vanilla ice cream bar with like chocolate and almonds is amazing. So this is just good. This is just really good. And the last one, Strawberry Pocky, definitely a fan, personal favorite too. And the matcha ones, I think I've only had one, so let's crack those open. And by the way, if you can find this stuff overseas, good for you! I give you a solid 6.5 out of 10. Alright, so let's pop this open. And as you can see, they are just green all the way. Even the biscotti stick, cracker stick. Now, keep in mind, I'm a person who does tea ceremony studies over here. So I drink a fair amount of actual, like, real matcha. And, you know, for a lot of people in the West, when they try matcha, it's incredibly better to them, and that is true. Pure matcha tea is, most of the time, the stuff you get in tea ceremonies is very bitter and is an acquired taste. I will not lie. For the first, I don't know, year in Japan, it was not something I tried that much, and when I did try it, it was like, you know, I'm here. I'm accepting different cultures. This is okay. But I never became a fan of it until recently, and I've become better, much better with matcha. It just takes a little time getting used to it. But these sticks, the matcha is much sweeter. It has that matcha taste. It's not really, really strong, but it is there. So, yeah, the matcha sticks are pretty nice. Green tea is pretty healthy, so. Although these probably aren't very healthy. Hold on, gotta try one more. There's lots. See? Oh. Get lots in a bag, and you get 2 packs per box. So, not that like Pocky is a specifically. Oh wow! No, these will last me long kind of things. I just want to try the stick at the end. Yeah, even the stick has a bit of matcha taste. Yeah, putting sticks in my mouth. Oh, the gay jokes. Anyway. So, I mean, the matcha one, it's not my favorite flavor. It's not as exciting as the other ones, but it's still pretty good. And yeah, I would put it this way. So here in Japan, on November 11th, you know, in Canada, November 11th is Remembrance Day, which I take very seriously because I'm appreciative of those who, you know, gave their lives and everything to make sure that we live in a free country and like a democracy, mostly democratic world, you know. I appreciate their sacrifice. So I had a hard time coming around to the idea that November 11th here is Pocky Day, but it's not a bad thing. It's just something that's happened, and it's cute. It's cute. That's basically all there is to it. And yeah, if you're here in Japan and you want to share a Pocky with someone, this is a pretty good choice of flavor to go with. Because, you know, trying to get that Japanese girl to share one with you. Matcha flavor, pretty good way to do it. Alright, so next, and this is really dangerous because I could just literally spend the rest of the video eating these guys. These ones come in a special kind of pouch. They're wider, they got that nice artwork on them. And this is where shit gets real because, like I said, I have devoured entire pouches of these in a very short amount of time. So as you can see, they are actually pretty coated, man. I mean, they got a fair amount of almonds to them. The chocolate is milk chocolate. Ah, crap. It begins, man. If I can say one bad thing about these, they are very, very melty. And you may think that's not a problem, Umbra, but they are. Or it is. If I adhere to grammar, which I hate grammar. The real problem is that summer here, last year was some days about 40, 45 degrees, depending on where you were in Japan. Buying these, they do not last particularly well. Even in my apartment right now, it is pretty warm. I can already feel them kind of melty. But they're damn tasty. Look, half a pack on. I haven't really even talked about them. It's almond, it's chocolate, it's cookie, cracker, whatever. These are always going to be one of my favorites, and I need to put them away right now before I eat the rest of them. Because, woof. I don't know. They also look like a Pocky. And, of course, our last one, which I've already opened, is the strawberry ones. Again, they come in these nice wide pouches. Really beautiful. I love the strawberry artwork on them. It's kind of hard to see. Strawberries are expensive in Japan, so I really appreciate it. Like, you buy, like, this tiny little container, and it's like $4 in the good season of strawberries. And you go to the States, and you buy, like, one that's 8 times bigger for the same price, and you're like, wow. You really appreciate the things that are not imported, or at least you get in huge buttloads over there. But these, not as special. They got like little strawberry crystals on them. as well as like pink chocolate. It's not ruby chocolate, but it's good. And the cracker on them is actually like a more cocoa flavor one, which works really nicely with the strawberry. I mean, this could be the rest of the video. I don't know how many I gotta eat. They're fantastic. Matter of fact, here, let me share one with you. Open, open, open. Ah, okay. Good job. It was a team effort, really. And I'm going to make a total fool of myself in the last one, because otherwise I will eat them all. I really will. Instead, I'll just eat them at a later date. The way you share a Pocky with someone on Pocky days, you like, put it in your mouth. I know. Try and hold it in. But put it in your mouth, and you're like, connect it with them, and they go on the other side. It's kind of Lady and the Tramp-ish. And that's not a euphemism. I mean the Disney film. I mean, really. It really is. Anyway, Pocky. It's one of the most, like, famous little snacks. I just wish that more flavors came over to North America, because Japanese are definitely holding the best ones back. And I do believe you can find some other flavors too. These were the ones that I can find at my local market, and most commonly, and they're one of the ones that I really, really wanted to show off, because they're pretty special. And the packaging is only slightly frickin' aggravating to close. Close! Alright, we got there. I know I have a university degree for something. Turns out it wasn't for closing Pocky though. Anyway, three types of Pocky for you. There you go. Next time I'll be reviewing a little bit of a convenient food that I love to eat when lunch is too difficult to really make. And that will be yakisoba. So, look forward to that. That one I'll try and make happen a lot quicker than this did, but coming into summer, gonna be looking for some ice treats. Really, looking for some ice treats. So that's all for now. See you next time.